Well, if I'm ready, because I don't know what we're doing.
You just go with the flow.
All
right, welcome welcome to Jack Dodson'S Racing Insider News this week. We got the man, Tim Brown, here tonight. Finally.
I'm gonna tell you what, it takes an act of God to get him here.
Did you get with his agent and did you have to get
I thought I was gonna have to. I even thought so much as getting the police go pick him up, bring him back here.
All right, let's thank our marketing partners here. Let's see, particular order. Speaking of GAITA Graphics, we got to thank Sammy for doing some stuff for us. GRIER and Associates with Mean Dean Automotive. Southampton Motor Speedway. I got to thank Pepsi for giving us Pepsi and Mountain Dew. WALTRIP Pressure Wash Solutions. The Hunter WALTRIP. Wonder what he's going to. I seen he had his truck for sale. Yeah, I figured we was talking about that.
Yeah.
Turn 2 synthetics. So you can hit up Hunter WALTRIP if you want some Amsoil. Let's see who else we got. Safety Clean and Performance Plus Motor Oil. Langley Speedway for making us our home. Got to thank Bill and Chuck Hall, Terry. And Jackson will get us some product one day. Well, Bonder, see, now for you to have that, Tim White would have come sooner.
Well, he didn't tell me that. I had some. We could have got him here.
Bonder's Brothers Distillery. I think those guys. Mayhem Management for doing some.
And this is the last week for Mayhem Management.
They
have rebranded and going to do something different. They're not going to be doing a whole lot with motorsports anymore.
Oh.
So I was informed today. So
well, thanks, Aaron, for still doing graphics for us.
Yeah.
Because me and Jack are just not that talented. I mean, we're good at running our mouth, but we ain't good at putting some graphics together. I got to thank Tanya McAllister, MPM Marketing, that does the motorsport side of it. You need some help with that, she'll be glad to hook you up. Just drop mine or Jack's name. Black Acid Racing Apparel. Gen X Motorsports, got to thank those guys. The show is presented by Gen X Motorsports Driver Development and Race Rental Program. So if you just want to show up with your helmet, those are the guys. You just show up with your helmet and a checkbook.
And a checkbook.
That's sure, more. It comes first. Right?
Make sure when you do the checkbook, got plenty of money in it.
Yeah. And Mr. Tim Brown with Slinger Speed. If you want a local company to do all your screen printing,
outstanding job. Even people want to steal stuff from you.
Right.
What all do you do, Tim?
I mean, screen print apparel, any kind of merchandise. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that we do hero cards, stickers, banners, things of that nature.
Okay.
So
all the above.
All of the above.
I didn't know he did hero cards, but when I talked to you about that,
VA 811, call before you dig. I think factory canopies and Fluid Logic. They give us these nice chairs to sit in, and this tablecloth. We don't let Jack sit in them because he's too heavy.
I sat in it all night Saturday night. Thank you very much.
Papa John's for providing pizza. If anybody's hungry, you want some pizza? We got plenty. We're about right here with pizza.
Yeah.
GAC, Great American Company, Garamoa Amaya. Did I say that right, Jack?
Garamoa,
yeah. Got it right once. I thank those guys for their long time support. What's up, Raymond? Andrew Fuller.
Andrew.
Are you doing Andrew stuff now?
Yep. We're working on some stuff for him right now.
He's a good kid. We'd like to give Andrew a hard time.
I do too. But I
think everybody does.
He is a good kid.
He means well. He's a good kid. He just wants to be part of the show.
That's right.
Well, so anyway, it took us so long to get you on here. Tell us how long you've been hanging out here at Langley Speedway, because I've heard you've been here for a while.
Guardrails and wooden bleachers.
Mm-hmm. Henry Click.
As long Oh my God. Yeah, you talk about characters.
Or
yeah.
what was his name that did the voodoo? Billy.
The one at the gate?
Yeah. Billy,
I
you had to
heard
get him. Did you never seen Billy? You don't know?
I don't remember.
Dude, like I'm sure your dad's got to know who Billy Smith is. It Billy Smith? No, it's Billy Wood. It's Billy Wood. If you didn't give him a couple bucks at the gate, he would put the voodoo on you, and you'd wreck at night. This is true. That's serious.
Really?
Oh yeah. So there was one story where the dude, somebody left here going to Richmond. Like he would call all the cup teams. He would get passes to the cup race because he would put the voodoo on them, and I forget who it was. He put voodoo on somebody and they wrecked. And ever since then, he made sure that Billy had passes and he would get passes. But somebody left Hampton here, passed Billy walking, went straight to the racetrack. When they got there, Billy was already there.
Jeez.
Billy Wood.
Yeah.
Mark said, "Oh, Billy Wood." Billy, I mean, he was a little special, but he was quite a character.
It sounds like it.
He would walk up here. I don't know where he lived, but he would be here every Saturday at the gate, and everybody drove. He must have made a mint because everybody gave him $3, $4, $5 every driver.
He was working.
Oh yeah,
He was working.
oh yeah.
Can't blame him.
Yeah, and he would chew you out if you didn't give him a couple bucks. I put the voodoo on you. And it wouldn't take one time you'd wreck. It'd just be coincidence. You give him a couple bucks
That's
next
right.
week.
That's just in case.
Just
in case. Small
But
price.
that's going way back.
Yeah. But he's been around here about that long anyway. You've been here forever.
So how did you come here the first time?
Just growing up.
Really? Okay.
I loved racing. I was between here and Suffolk.
Suffolk Raceway?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
really?
where I
The drive
spent-
strip?
Yeah.
What years were you doing that?
All my early childhood, 70s,
How old are you?
54. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little older than me, but
So yeah, that was a great time.
I used to love going to supper races.
Man, I did too. There was my mom's friend in Pocosin. He passed away a couple years ago. Gene Ferguson. He drove a top out called Funny Car, and I'd walk around the pits with a shop rag in my back pocket, doing stuff.
So then you get into doing this designing stuff and doing the art and all this other stuff for people. How did you get into that and get started? I mean, you're the man.
I don't know about that, but
well, I mean, I see the billboard out there. I mean, I know you ain't real smart. You got your name on our show.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So I wanted him on the show all year long because we were going to make the announcement. He was part of the team now, and we never got him out here.
That's my only hang up is Tuesday nights. So, but I told the fellas I'd be late tonight. So. But no, I got into commercial sign industry years and years ago, and everything has kind of evolved into where I'm at now. And I opened up a screen print business about 5.5 years ago, just because I love t-shirts.
I do too. I think it's
Most
really
people
cool.
thought I was losing my mind because I love to have slight t-shirt obsession, and I'm gonna.
Do you?
T-shirt. Oh, I love t-shirts, man. And everybody, I mean, who doesn't like a t-shirt?
Right.
So, and I love racing, and just kind of it all. Sometimes you think you have a plan, and it kind of the path leads you where you're supposed to be. So that's where I'm at.
Now, how many people do you do shirts for here? Because I see your stuff on a lot of people's stuff.
Man, I don't know, several dozen.
Yeah, I mean quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people.
I think Riley Rondo. I think you're
Mhm.
doing her stuff. She's
Yeah.
what a sweet kid, right?
She's awesome. I love her. Yeah, she's like my little illegitimate daughter.
Yeah,
She is,
great
man.
family, and she's such a good kid.
Yeah. She is. There's so many good people out here and it's such a, even in the heat of the moment, if there's on track incidents or whatever, after, when it's all said and done, you can go anywhere just about and get help. And it's always been like that. I could tell you a funny story, but I'll save that for another time. Of that very thing.
I was going. Well, my next question being, you had said that, I never thought about it. Now, how does that work when you have two people you're doing shirts for, and they get in a wreck and they're mad at each other?
Oh, because I stay neutral. I stay out of it, man.
Well,
I
you
don't want
have
nothing to do with it.
to.
No, and sometimes that is tough, and I have had I had a situation one time where, I'm doing shirts for a couple people, and there was an issue, and they're like, wanting my take. So I give them my honest opinion, and I'm like, I've been involved in motorsports for a pretty long time, so you can kind of tell what's going on the track, if something is intentional or not. And so it was cool because I got to maybe shed a little bit of different light on it without emotion, being involved, and still stay neutral. Because I don't like losing customers.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the thing. You have to be, neutral.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, me and Jack have to be neutral in a way, but then we like to, stir the pot a little bit.
Does it go clockwise or counterclockwise?
Depends on which way you want to go.
Got that right.
Depends on who we're talking to. Once it changes, we go back the other way.
And we've also gotten involved in situations where I said something that came back to haunt me later on. I was asked a question like you were, and I gave them my honest answer. And boy, that did not work very well.
Yeah, sometimes people honesty doesn't go very well.
No, it didn't, and it created a whole lot of friction. And so from now on, when they ask me a question, something like that, I try to stay out of that. I don't want no parts of it.
Well, half the time now they don't know whether to really believe us or not.
So y'all have the advantage. You do have the advantage.
We say, "Oh, we was just stirring something up."
That's right.
Aaron says, "Scott, you're never neutral. You're always stirring stuff up."
But you gotta have some fun, right? I mean, we are in the entertainment business, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that's what some people forget. Yes, we race, and we're very passionate about racing, but at first we are in the entertainment business, and if we don't put people in the stands, we ain't gonna have nowhere to race.
Nope. That's right.
If we don't have T-shirts to sell them or people to want, I mean, you have to have those things, and those things are. I mean, I think all those things are important.
Yeah. And
go ahead. No, I was going to say, I see Woody Howard is sitting here waiting to come on, so let's let Woody join in the conversation. You know Woody pretty
I
good.
do.
So
what's up, Woody?
Tim?
How are you, man?
Oh, pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. I just got to turn you up. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
What's going on, Jack?
Let me tell you something. You and Tim Brown are the two hardest people I've ever had to get on this show. I have asked you 1,000 times. Then I kind of let you alone for a while. And then here you are. You and Tim are something else. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's a good thing Jack is like a teenage girl. He doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, that's right. No.
Look,
Yeah,
Woody and I go back a ways.
He may not want you telling everybody that.
Hey, when he was driving for Jim Dean, I guess they got tired of me hanging around. I stayed around.
No, those were good times, weren't they?
They were really good.
How's Lee doing? I keep meaning that I hadn't seen you in a while or talked to you in a while. How's Lee been? I ain't seen him in a while either.
I haven't talked to him in a long time either, but he's flying airplanes and going places and doing things.
So he got out of racing altogether?
He's out of it altogether. He's not even. Really? He said he don't want no parts of it no more.
I keep trying to get out, but then I keep getting back in somehow or another.
You don't die out of it. I mean, you got to die to get out of it. That's the only way you gonna get out of racing.
Yeah, that's right.
So
it is fun.
Win the other night. That was a big win for you the other night. I mean, congratulations on that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. yeah, I was thrilled. I definitely, you know, didn't really see it coming, I guess. I mean, I'd have been happy with the top 3, you know, is what the guys and I, you know, the team were talking about. You know, the best we could do all year was 4th. So, you know, just been a kind of a tough year. Just it's getting so the setups now are really complicated. You know, a lot going on, and it's hard to get out there and test anymore without really being able to buy tires like we used to be able to. And you know, just the competition, you know, it's pretty tight out there. So definitely, we took a swing at it Saturday, and I can't believe it actually worked. So I'm working on some stuff to try to do it again next year. We'll see.
Can you tell us what you did?
Was that? Yeah. Can I tell you what?
I said, can you tell us what you did?
No. Shoot, I don't even know if I know exactly what we did, but yeah, there's a few things we did that definitely made a big difference. We definitely went with a different setup, and you know, it's it kind of still even now I still think about it. I'm kind of surprised that it actually works, but that's what we did. It worked, and you know, I wish we'd have figured it out a lot sooner.
Old man told me a long time ago, the only thing that doesn't lie is the stopwatch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it really don't matter how you do it. If it's fast, it's fast. If it's fast, then it'll hold up. You know, earlier in the year we found a little bit of speed, but it didn't seem to last that long. So I was really surprised that it stayed with me as long as it did. You know, I know Greg was coming there a little bit at the end, but I still had a little bit left. You know, and I just it worked. So I'm pumped now. You know, that was potentially going to be my last race. You know, my wife and my kids now are getting a little bit older, and we were. You know, she likes racing, but you know, she's kind of getting to the point where I think would rather go out on the boat. So I told her, I said, well, maybe this will be it. And then we go out there and pull off a win. So I don't know. It's gonna be hard to hang it up, you know, after that.
Right. How much were you pushing it there at the end? Because I thought, I mean, I was watching the race, and I thought with 40 to go, I thought Greg was going. I thought he was going to chase you down, and you kind of maintained it. And I won't for sure if you were kind of riding or just trying to manage the gap or what?
Yeah, no, I didn't realize, you know, I rewatched the race, and I was in my mind, I guess I was trying not to even think about it. You know, I was trying to be consistent, and I guess about 50 to go is when he you know, got up to second. So you know, in my mind, I guess I didn't realize that. I thought he was just kind of climbed up to second. You know, my spotter was doing a really good job, and I knew he was coming there at the very end, but I didn't realize that he was kind of behind. You know, behind us, working on us the whole time, and we were pretty even there for a long time. But yeah, there at the very end, I was going all out there the last 10 laps. But I was also, you know, I say going all out. I was going all out where I could, going all out without taking a chance on making a mistake. You know, really.
No, it was glad to see somebody else win.
I really was to see somebody else win. I thought it was really cool. And I was here the night he won the Hampton Heat. I mean, that was a big deal when he won the Hampton Heat a few years ago. That was a big deal. So that was, that was
a good night for us. I probably hadn't had a car that good since the Hampton Heat, to be honest. Like the car we had last Saturday night was about as good as a car as I've ever had at Langley, to be honest.
When during the race did you think you had the car to beat or contend?
I mean, honestly, I was thinking at any time, you know, Connor and Greg and those guys were going to start coming. But like, I guess 50 to go, I was like, man, you know, we had about a straightaway lead. Now I was like, well, I basically went all out the whole race, which is not the smartest way to drive Langley, you know, Speedway nowadays. It's so wore out. So usually you try to take it easy. But yeah, I went all out for the whole race, and I guess Greg did the same thing. I don't know. You know, it's a caution obviously could have changed everything, but I don't know. Honestly, it was like the whole time, the entire race, I was thinking, you know, the pace is gonna pick up, or I'm gonna start falling off, and it sounded like everybody was about in the same boat as I was.
Well, I think Greg rode a while, and then when he decided to go, I think you were so far ahead, it just took a lot to try to get back to you.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, my spotter, my buddy Jeremy, he was giving me the lap times that I was running and what Greg was running, so that helped out a lot. And I was kind of trying to keep it the same. And then, you know, there were two times during the race that I felt that I actually slipped, and that's when Greg, I feel like and he didn't slip. You know, I mean, Greg's as good as anybody out there, and he didn't slip. I don't think one time. So I knew when I slipped those 2 times, that's probably when you saw me slow down a little bit just to make sure, because I knew with the lead we had and the little bit of speed he had on us at the end, I knew if I didn't slip that he didn't really have a chance, because he wasn't that much better at the end. But yeah, I'm just happy it worked out. You know, it's been a long year for us, a lot of trial and error. You know, more error, I guess, all year. Everything we tried just didn't seem to help. So it's definitely satisfying to go out there and actually, you know, find something that works.
When you were running back in the Hooters Pro Cup Series, and of course you did late models up at Southampton and everything too, what were some of your highlights of your Hooters Cup career out there when you were doing Hooters Cup? Because I know a lot of things you did that were really cool. So. Oh
yeah, like I said, I have no complaints. I had a really good time. You know, starting out at late model. You know, I started out in late models in 2000 at Langley. So that was back when Phil Warren was like unbeatable, and of course Danny and Greg and all those guys were all winning races. And yeah, so as far as the Hooters Pro Cup deal goes, the first year was probably the most fun, to be honest. You know, we were kind of a bunch of friends of mine. You know, we all got together and we all worked as hard as we could and ended up winning 3 races that year. One rookie of the year, we were racing against, you know, top competition. Joey Logano, he was racing with us on a regular basis. You know, just all top notch. You know, Mark McFarland, all the big teams. The Junior Motorsports had a Hooters Pro Cup team at the time. So really, for us to even win those 3 races is kind of, you know, the more I was in racing and learn, learning things and whatnot, I realized how little we knew at that time to be able to pull off some wins with the little bit of knowledge that we had, which really wasn't much. We were basically a late model team going Hooters Pro Cup racing. And so yeah, I mean, that first year was fun. I mean, we won a race or 2 every year after that. I guess I was in the Hooters series from 2005 to 2000. I ran 2005 through 2008, and we won a race at Iowa. Set on the pole at Rockingham. That was really fun. That was, I guess, technically my last race. We ended up destroying a car out there, but sat on the pole, had a good run going.
Yep, I was there for that one. I remember that.
Yeah, that was definitely my hardest hit. I got rear-ended going into turn 1 and hit driver's side first by Carl Long. Yeah, he drove straight in the back of me. I couldn't believe it. He wasn't even trying to pass me.
I remember your pit crew and James Busher's pit crew got into a little argument. Oh yeah,
I think Lee was helping us out for that night, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, I had to grab him because he picked up something. He was going to put it through Busher's window.
I know it. Yeah, I mean, we had something that day. Like I said, we had a little issue in the pits and had an issue with our tire gauge, and so our tire pressure was way off. And we were, you know, that was the first race back at Rockingham, I guess, for any stock car. And we led a lot of laps, and then had a good run going. You know, that happens.
So when you were out, you left the Hooters Pro Cup and everything, and then you kind of were out of racing for a little while. What did you do, and how did you get back to racing?
Yeah, so I lived in North Carolina for a few years. We had the team down there, and then I was kind of getting, I might have to go here in a second. Hold on. Hang on 1 second. Sitting here at work. Oh yeah, I'm good. Anyway, not us. What was I saying? So obviously I was trying to move up the ladder and race cars for a living, like everybody else. And I had a good run. Really had a lot of fun. Really can't complain one bit. I met a lot of good people. Jim Dean picked me up in 2005 along with Joe Gibbs. So I raced with them with Joe Gibbs, kind of somewhat of a development deal for a couple years, but that kind of fizzled away. It didn't really turn into or develop into anything. That was right around the time that a lot of guys started showing up with a lot of money. And I couldn't offer them any money. I didn't have, I had some pretty good sponsors, but not like the type of money people were bringing in at the time. And And Jim Dean eventually kind of started running out of money as well. And I guess it was 08. Yeah, about 08. I guess that's when the economy kind of went downhill. So that really hurt. That was kind of the end of my racing deal as far as getting paid, you know, and doing it full time. So 09, I moved back home to Chesapeake, which is still where I live. And actually, that's when I started driving for James Long. That was kind of like my last year where I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. And that's when I started pursuing a career as a firefighter and a paramedic, which is what I do now. So I started doing that. I guess it's been over 10 years ago now, and was out of racing. But then thanks to my buddy Robert Hopper, he wanted me to drive his Legend car. So I kind of inched back into it, racing the Legend for him. And did it kind of part-time. And then we had won a couple races for him, you know, and he was thrilled to death that he said he wanted to go late model racing. So I tried to warn him, you know, against it. I said, it's a never ending battle. There's always something that you're going to have to buy. You're going to run out of money eventually. And,
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're getting to now. I hate to say it, but yeah, I got back. Then I got into the late models with Robert in about 2017 and just part-time, you know, 4 or 5 races here and there. And then the last couple of years, I said, man, if we're going to compete, Robert, we got to at least try to run fairly regularly so we can kind of get in the swing of things and stay up with the track conditions and, you know, the competition. It's just getting so tough. So we were able to kind of make that work here this year. And then most of last year, we didn't run all of last year, but this year we actually made every race, which was, you know, was good. And it made it where we were able to learn and build on our program.
Yeah, you know, I was sitting here and you were talking about becoming a firefighter. You guys, you, Lee, Dave Talman, Kyle Hendershot, you guys, you've all gone in different directions now. I mean, you're a firefighter. That's your number one thing, but that's really cool.
Yes, sir.
You're going on to different things. Do you all stay in touch much?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I still try to drag Dave out every now and then to help us out on the car. And, yeah, we keep in touch. You know, we're all Facebook friends, obviously. But yeah, you know, it's kind of like it's a hard business. You know, if you really want to do it full time, it's just the dedication it takes. You know, and then everybody started, you know, just building families and whatnot. I guess is probably the main thing. Just it makes more sense to do something a little different. You know.
That's
a little more security. I mean, you know, I'm sure that's probably what got Lee is just the security of it all. You know, it's kind of like you got a really good gig one year, and then the next year you're looking, and you know, it's just it's tough.
He said being out of the sport or being, you know, getting every year you have to come up with something new or go through a layoff period or whatever he was going through. He said that wasn't a family thing, so he had to change. So
yeah, plus all the time you got to be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said, it takes a lot of dedication. People don't realize that outside of the sport, how much work it takes if you want to be competitive.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Woody, I know you're busy. You're working tonight. I didn't want to keep you too long.
Did you clock back in?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm working right now. I'm available right now. So we already cleaned up. We already had dinner and cleaned up. I did all my chores around here, so we're good for a little while. I'm driving the engine tonight, so I got, you know, luckily I'm not on the medic. I was on the medic earlier today, so now I got it's a little easier on the engine.
Are you in Norfolk or Chesapeake?
Norfolk.
Oh, okay. No. My son-in-law is in Chesapeake, so.
Oh yeah, I got you.
So
no, he sees a little bit more action in Norfolk.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. All right.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you spending some time with us. Thanks a lot.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, Jack.
On here, you know.
You're good for about 6 months, and then he'll bug you again.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. It was good to catch up with you. Hopefully, I'll see you at the track here again soon.
All right. Well, I'll get there as much as I can.
Oh yeah. All right, y'all.
We'll talk to you later. Talk to you soon.
All right, see you later.
See you, bud.
You didn't say nothing to him. You didn't say nothing to him. I thought you might have a story or two you want to tell him. Oh.
I figured I'd just jump on the bandwagon here. No, Woody's great. He's a great dude and a wheel man. Golly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was really sad that he got the Joe Gibbs development thing, and
Well, I
never
think it was
finished.
the timing, and timing's everything, right?
It is.
Because, like you said, I mean, that's when the economy really took a turn. And if you didn't have any money, you didn't race. I mean, I mean, that was the time it was really, really hard.
It was brutal.
Yes.
And he was there. He signed, and it wasn't long after that Logano signed with Joe Gibbs as another development driver. And Woody seemed to me
Logano
he had money coming with
right.
him.
Right.
But I mean, saying that was kind of the moment that you.
I mean, sometimes we got to get him back and kind of talk about it, because a lot of people think once you sign a development deal, you got it. It's done.
No.
And it's nowhere near what people presume it to be. They think once you got that deal, you get a salary. No, you don't get anything. You're just attached, and you might get some information, but it's not what people think it is.
Right.
And sometimes you still need to bring some money.
Mm-hmm. A bunch.
Yeah.
And Robbie Parker needs to go back to sleep. I mean, he just woke up or something. I don't know what his problem is. Anyway. Well, Tim, it's really good that we got you to come out here for a change. I mean, tell you what,
Two in one night, man.
It's been a great time.
Two guys that I've been trying so hard to get on here, and I kind of let both of them alone for a while because I know they're busy doing things. But I keep bringing it back every now and then. So
he don't give up.
He's relentless.
He is. Wait a minute now. Don't come on this show and start hanging up with him.
You can't get mad at him though.
Well, nah, I gotta have somebody to pick on. Or the practical
The
jokes.
banner's good between y'all.
Yeah,
It is.
Well, we try.
You have no
we've
idea
had people actually send us messages and say, "Do you all really like each other or what?"
I mean, they're serious.
Really?
I know they're seriously like.
That's funny. Well, I'll come back on before we're working on some cool stuff for 24. But we haven't kind of,
Did you give us a hint or anything?
We'll be around a lot more. Yeah, so got some cool stuff. The Luso race is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Saturday. That's going to be cool.
You got any favorites for the Blueso race?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's whoever it is, it's going to be a great history. I mean, to even win that race is going to be an honor.
It is. Yeah.
And it still goes back. I'm sure they talked about it last week to have and Mark win the first one to help Sean, and then him to win the first one was you couldn't write a storybook of any better really for the first one. But
So,
it'll definitely be interesting.
So, you think you'll be out here more next year?
Mhm.
Are we gonna see a division sponsor?
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying.
I would love that, but I don't know if that'll happen next year. But I don't know.
You just got to open up the
Yeah.
Tim Brown checkbook. That's all. I mean, that's all it takes.
That's not unless y'all got a division sponsor for the big wheels. You don't want my checkbook. And I'm also playing. I play music too, and I'm playing Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Before
So you
Before the race.
okay.
So it'll be at 3:30.
Oh, okay. You'll be out here. Okay,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
So not to get that shameless plug in there.
And then you're gonna be playing tonight. Where are you playing tonight?
Yorktown Pub.
Yorktown Pub.
Yeah.
Go see after the show's over.
After,
Go
after the show. That's right.
Or just do like Danny Millard. He always says, "Look, I want to support my friend. I don't watch the show. I just turn it on, put my phone down." Hey, I said, "Hey, man, a view's a
It's all
view."
about the numbers, right? It's all about the numbers.
Right.
Well, anyway, we appreciate
do.
what you've done for us, and the
My
shirts
pleasure.
you did for us, and everything. It's really cool.
I know you'd think I'd have been smarter and wore your shirt, but somehow you could slap me later.
I was siding with you.
I was sitting here thinking that. I'm saying you ain't even looking at his damn shirt, are you?
Oh no, and we appreciate y'all's support, and I love being a part of Langley and everything that falls under that.
It's a big
umbrella.
family, right? I mean, it really is.
and it's awesome. We have relationships with Wacky Wednesday, the Drift Club.
Oh, do you? Okay.
My son, he races in the kart club, so
Oh, does he?
we're
Okay.
kind of all almost every aspect
Mhm.
of events here.
And let's be honest, that's good for business, right? Because being in the racing family, you get to know a lot of people,
A lot.
and
Yes.
a lot of people know you, right? And that helps. And certainly, you want to spend money that people that support, your racetrack or those type of things. And that
Support local. Absolutely.
definitely, I think, makes a difference.
I do too. And we've built some great relationships. We had some growing pains this year and let some people down, but hopefully next year we'll recover and not
Build back better.
Build back better.
Well, we thank you what you did for us, and everything is really cool. And I mean,
And I'm still working on stuff for you. So
yeah, you are. That's what I can't wait to. I'm good. Matter of fact, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But thank you for everything you do. I mean, we really appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all having me.
You have some of the best. I'm not trying to suck up because you couldn't be sucking up to him, but I mean, you got some of the best shirts and everything. Everybody asks me.
I mean, anytime you got triple large, I mean, it works.
It don't make no difference, does it? Huh? Don't make no difference. And his stuff is so good, they'll steal it from you if you lay it sitting down so well.
He set his jacket down over the weekend and turned around, it was gone. I mean, you probably had more people at your show tonight than what they had at that concert.
Yeah. Not right now, but yeah.
I hope I hope Southampton gets back on the map.
They seem to be busy, so I mean that's good. It's
It's been closed for a long time,
right?
Yeah. So
what 20? How long has it been closed? 20. It's got to be
It's
20 plus
20
years.
20 plus years. It's been.
Yeah, because it was. I think the last time it was late '90s probably.
Yeah.
Last time I remember us, being
I
out
talked
there.
to the guys Saturday out there at Southampton,
The new
and
owners.
the new folks out there at Southampton.
Well, they're running it. I ain't gonna say.
Well, they're in the process of doing more with that, but we were sitting there talking, and they've got some things they want to try.
closed in June 2004, so almost 20 years.
Okay. Yeah. That's been.
So, but I mean, they've got some things they want to try. They've already got their whole schedule for the drifts and everything next year. They've already got that all planned out and sold out. They got that as far as the sponsors and stuff. That's taken
They said your shirt's so big because you got broad shoulders.
That's right.
Who said that?
I mean, that's just a nice way to say you're
I ain't
chunky.
gonna get into this now, okay? Just leave it alone. But anyway, they're going to try to do a circle track test.
Gotcha.
Coming up soon, and then they're going to try to see where they can go. They're going to start trying to affiliate with the local kart clubs around here to do some kart racing out there too. They want to put a kart program out there, or at least do kart racing out there. Maybe not do the program, but have like other places come in and race with them or whatever.
Very cool.
So he's got a lot of things in the works, and he and I talked about it a long time the other night. So I'm hoping we're seeing the rebirth of that place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the days of being able to run 26 weekends and be able to survive are gone, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be busy as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. I know you got to go sing, man. So
All
Thanks, Tim. We really appreciate everything.
thank you for being here. And
Absolutely.
thank you for what you do for us.
Right back at you, man.
And
I
we're gonna-
appreciate y'all.
And maybe next time Jack won't be here, it'll be a little nicer.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. Come on, Tyler. We're going to. And if you're going to suck up the Scott too, I'm going to send you out of here
We'll
too.
cut you off right now. Oh, man. I got $5 in my pocket if you want to choose my side.
Did you do that as a 10? I heard you. All right. We got Tyler Borden just won his first UCAR race. Congratulations, man.
Man, what was that like?
It was an exciting feeling for sure.
Man, there's a lot of people pulling for you, man. There's a lot of people came to Victory Lane. There's a lot of excited people.
Yeah, I've helped a lot of people out, so everybody comes out. They all help me out as much as they can. So awesome experience.
Is this your first year in the UCARs?
No.
No, it's not your first year. In the
I
UCAR.
started out in a Ford Pro.
Oh, okay.
Now, is this your car now?
No,
or-
this is Courtney Shiflett. She's
Mhm.
actually, or Courtney Waters, sorry. She just got married to Mike. So
Well, she
Thank
might
her
not want
for-
everybody to know that, but
Probably not. I wouldn't blame him.
Right.
But
But actually, that's old. Is that an old Florian car?
I think Dean built it, but it's based off the same.
Yeah.
It's a Saturn.
Yeah.
It's a good car. Michael's won 2 championships in it, so
That's
finally
a
get
good
me
car.
winning. Yeah, it's a lot of weight off my shoulders now. It's a winning car. I
Mhm.
ain't won in it yet.
So what them last few laps of that race had to be agonizing.
The tires were gone. She was pushing towards the wall. I could see it was Charlie in the mirror. Michael, he was on
Oh,
the.
Charlie was giving it everything he
He
could.
was. I'm glad he didn't get to my back bumper. He would have had it.
He was close. A few times I was like, "Oh, he's gonna drive it way deep down in there."
Yeah.
He was overdriving it too. You know,
Me too. We were both pushing real bad coming off the corners that last couple laps. It was just
the
tight.
back corners up, it won't do that.
Yeah, I know. You burn that tire off, the thing's just gonna put.
You
But
go
it
through
was-
a tire every week.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yes, sir.
But it was a wild race at the end of that race.
It was a fun race.
I'm glad you stayed out of the fight and everything.
I need to give Charlie a hard time on that. I went over and talked to him. I'm like, I'm glad you give us something to talk about on Tuesday. I said, Charlie, we're getting a little too old for this. He said, I know, man. I won't trying to do anything. I said, but don't change because we need something to talk about. Gives us something to talk about.
So had he gotten to you, you'd probably,
You might have been in a fight.
huh?
I would have my hand. Oh no, I wouldn't have been in a fight. Charlie's a nice guy, but I would have had a handful. That's for sure.
I mean, he'd have moved you out of the way.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't.
Oh, he was trying.
Oh yeah,
Now, who spots for you?
Michael.
Michael
Oh
does?
yeah, the last 5 laps he didn't come off that button. He got him just stay in it. Like, go ahead, Michael. More excited than me.
Well, that's good because he knows the car, knows how what you can do, how you can put the car in certain positions. So that's a great person to have on the radio.
Mhm. Yeah.
And Michael's been around a while and has done well.
Yeah, he is. He let me run his limited late model this year too for our birthday. We had the same birthday, July 14th. So that was really nice of him.
Is he running the late model?
He only ran that one race.
Okay.
He'll probably be out next year more. He just bought the shop, so he's all into that right now.
Okay, just keep me busy. So what you call it's finally retiring?
Yep, Mitch.
Mitch, yeah.
So you're going back in 2024. You're going to be back in the UCARs, or
Yeah, I should be back out there. I might be out here in something else too. You never know. We got a couple cars laying around.
wow, a couple cars just laying around ready to race. That's pretty cool.
Somebody's got to race them.
Right.
Put you in one.
No, put Scott in. Put Scott in.
Well, it's safe with him. He started park before it was even popular. So
Here we
it
go
don't
again.
it don't get messed up sitting over here on.
Here we go
Give
again.
him a hard time.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit and go through this story again. I know you probably haven't heard the story, but I'm not going to go through it again. But that was not what that was all about. So don't listen to him. He don't know what he's talking about. So anyway, so when did you actually start racing?
July 14th. My first birthday when I turned 14. It was the actual Saturday. It was July 14th on that Saturday. I don't remember what year.
Would you race?
UCAR.
Oh, really? So you've been in the division a long time.
What, 5 years, 4 years, something like that. Since I was 14, so 5 years. I'm 19 now.
Okay.
So
Damn, you're getting old. You have to hurry up, man.
I need to move up sometime. Finally got that win though, so now I'm able to do it.
It was a long overdue, right?
Yes.
So did Michael give you anything for winning the race? I mean, did he?
They should pay you some money. I mean, you're riding his car, right?
Nah, I mean, yeah, that'd be nice.
But what was going through your mind on the last 5-10 laps?
It's been a long time coming for this. That's just.
Did you know how close Charlie was? Did you even look in the mirror?
I heard Michael on the radio. I'm like, all right, well, if he's got me in the ear, I guess I should be good to go. I was just praying Charlie didn't catch me. It was.
How much did you during that time frame? How much did you look in the mirror to see?
Probably half the race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just see who's behind me, just make sure I don't cut nobody off. I don't know. They take the mirrors away from me. I mirror drive too much.
Well,
You can put him. I don't even look at him. He says clear. I turn.
Yeah. Well, we had radio problems all the time this year, so we finally got a new set of earbuds and all new radio batteries. So I was able to hear them out. And then you got them Hondas out there. You're screaming.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They ain't hopped up, are they?
Nah.
Oh, you're not gonna say anything bad about nothing.
Nah, I love everybody out there.
Do you?
All good drivers.
That's bull. Don't even hand me
Come
that.
on, man. You can't
Don't
do
hand me
that.
that. I know there's got to be somebody out there that you got a little.
Nah.
Robbie says that's a good story that never gets old, Jack.
Robbie Parker, he needs to go. Isn't he old and he has to go to bed or something? Anyway,
Robbie's young at heart.
well, I hope the heart stays young for a while, man.
So when you first started at 14, how did it come about? Like, how did you get involved in the racing here?
I was always around it when Michael was racing. So
Okay.
I grew up into it. They'd bring me to the track. I'd help Michael out, whatever they needed.
Mm.
And then my grandpa, he was Brian Waters. He said, "Hey, you want to run a car?" I was like, "Of course." So they threw me in a probe. I went out there. I said, "Man, this thing don't turn worth like crap." And Michael started wrenching on it and helped me out. So it was nice.
Well, anyway, we got a little something for you. You won that race the other day, and you were also voted the driver of the week. And
No, we've signed that, so it's worth twice as much as what it was.
so when you, yeah, it really is twice as, you know, nothing times 2 is still nothing. And also, we got a little gift too for you. Self-absorbing thing we do.
So, well, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to Black Acid, they donated them, so shout out to them. And if you're looking for a sponsor, you know, we got a deal with a sponsor next year.
Yeah,
you get a free custom fire suit, however you want it. We just asked that it has Miles and Jack Dodson on it, and $1,500 put a sticker on your car.
So yeah, we
Thank you.
be a big deal to get you know, every little bit helps.
Yes, sir. It does.
Who all sponsors you?
We got Mean Beans Automotive, GRIER and Associates, Courtney for letting me run the car first of all. Yeah,
Yeah, that's her car.
yeah,
let's
you
not
can't
get
even forget that. That should have been the first. Michael up at Mitch's, he's helped me out a lot that last race. Just everybody that's been there supporting me and helping me out along the way.
So what do you do?
I work in Mean Beans.
Oh, do you? Okay. So you live out in Moyock too, or?
I live in Chesapeake, right at the border pretty much.
Oh, okay, so you ain't too far.
No. Luckily, the boss man let me go earlier today. So make it
He's all right. He's all right.
He's awesome guy.
Nah,
Who, Dean?
Yeah, Dean's a good guy.
Okay, right. Don't know him that well, so I can't. I mean, many of you.
Ask him where the shop's at. Ask Jack where the shop. Where's the shop at, Jack?
Down in North Carolina somewhere.
You can't say Moyock.
They make fun of it. They say I don't say it right, so I don't even say it no more. So that's the way it is.
It was Moyock.
That place down in Carolina where you go to work. That's where that's where the shop is.
That's right.
So you know, you got a great guy like and Andre GRIER helping you out. That's a pretty.
Yes, sir. That's
He'll-
awesome.
He'll pretty much keep you in track about everything that's going on.
Yes, sir. GRIER's an awesome man.
Working on sponsorship videos this weekend. Send them to us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we
What? Wait, well, hold on. Brian says, what happened to the probe?
Which one? The one that I started in was actually out here that last race. Corey was running it.
There was obviously there's a story with
Well,
one
there's
of them.
another one I was running a couple of years ago. A kid from Dominion put me in the front stretch wall. I told him
Oh, was is that what's his name?
Rose, yeah. Andrew Rose.
They had all that stuff going on that one day. They told him when he showed up that the stuff was illegal. He said, "Okay, we're in anyway." Is that the night you're talking about?
No, I don't think that was. I think that was
what's his,
EJ Kenny. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Nah, Ruggles, he's been here twice. And I think he about ran over official out here one.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, he did. Yep.
Yeah.
The last race he was here.
Has he been here?
Melissa said it's Moyock.
Okay. Gotcha. Whatever you say. I'm not excited about it. And Mason Dunn, and there, see, he needs to go. He needs to go hang out with Robbie Parker.
Mason's the grammar police.
Yeah, I got that right. Well, Tyler, we appreciate you coming all the way out here and being with us tonight, and congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, man, on a first win.
Thank y'all.
Jack's never got to experience that, so
Thank y'all for having me. You'll be out there. You'll get a win back.
No, don't.
When are we getting Scott back in the car?
Do you really need to get Scott back in the car?
Yeah, he's talking about
Look, do you have pedals in your car?
Oh, yeah.
Clutch,
Yeah.
brake,
Yeah.
gas, and you know which one's which, right? Okay. Well, you're already ahead of Scott.
Screw it one time. They'll let you live it down.
Never.
Look, he
Never.
finally gets a front row starting spot in one of the Pro 6 races. And, you know, everybody's all excited. Scott's got an outside pole, but didn't get the pole. But he's got the outside pole. All right. Everybody's all excited. We're all up here. A bunch of us are up here talking, watching Scott.
Y'all are excited for me, aren't you?
Yeah, well, pretty much. You let us down fast. They dropped the green flag and everybody on the field went by him. He hit the wrong pedal.
I did. That's all right, but I was third by the time we got to turn one.
Oh,
Won
so you
by
missed
5
the
cars.
shit.
Won by 5 cars.
The other 2 pulled the pits.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Let it go with that. Mason, you know, you haven't been watching the show the last little bit, and then you're gonna come in here and talk trash about me. That's not right. All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming out and being with us tonight. You can hang around if you'd like, or if you want to go, you can go. But we got Bradley Majors. We're gonna get him on here and talk with him. And
you can see him down there.
so,
But congratulations, man.
Thank
Really,
you, man.
yeah.
Thank you.
but that's a
It's
big deal.
deal.
It's a big deal to get that first win.
Yeah, it was.
Now
They
you
didn't
talk-
give you the day off when you won.
Nah.
You should have got something for it.
He buys me a tire every race, so I can't.
I know. Then you got to work.
Yeah, I gotta be there. Can't complain.
I want to have to get Andre Greer to, you know, come up off some stuff for you. All right, man. We appreciate it. Thank you a lot.
Thanks, Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Now you just got to go out and get another one.
Yeah.
Yep, I got momentum now.
Well,
That's
we hope you do.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man.
Y'all have a great night.
You too. All right. Let's see if we can get Bradley Majors in here and talk with him. There he is.
What's up,
Bradley
Brad?
Majors.
How's
How
it
you doing, man?
Sir,
How's it going?
it's going all right. How about you?
We're doing well. Well, we're doing as good as we can probably do. That's about all I can say.
All right.
Well, look, man, tell us all about how you got started in racing and how you got to where you are now. I know you're down in Halifax and
Yeah. But the guy that owns Halifax, Michael Wells, his brother Travis Wells is actually my neighbor. So it started. I was helping him out on the car a lot. I grew up at a dirt track. My daddy raced for 20-some years probably. And then I just got the wild hair. I wanted to go run an enduro race at Fayetteville. So I drug an old station wagon out of the woods and fixed it up. And first time I sat in a dirt car was for 200 laps at Fayetteville. And it was pretty good. So then we got invited to come run the bomber class at Halifax in 2021 when it was still a station wagon. Ended up winning 5 races that year and the points championship. So and it just took off after that.
now what is going on down there at Halifax now? I see where the track's up for sale or whatever's going on. What's the deal down there?
I have no idea. I ain't got a clue. I really don't. I saw it for sale yesterday. Somebody sent it to me. But I really don't know what the deal is. I know it's drama. It's drama everywhere, every racetrack. It's just been a lot of it, I think, you know.
Who owns the racetrack?
Michael Wells.
So it's kind of Michael has done. I mean, I've known him for a while, and he's done a lot of work down there and got that track. I think looks really great. I mean, the track looks like it's in good shape. Everything there. I just didn't see him wanting to get out of it. I guess.
I don't know. Well, like I said, I think a lot of it is. It seemed like every week it was something going on in the tech shed, and all the fingers being pointed at him, and it just I could see where it would get aggravating and get tired of it,
Well, I definitely can see that because I think no matter what you do, somebody's going to think something. I mean, I think whether there is or there's not. I'm not saying there is, and I'm not saying there is not. But I think you're in a tough position. No matter what you do, you can be critiqued. But it's easier. It's easy to stand back and watch somebody else do something and say they're doing it wrong instead of doing.
Right. Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, my opinion on the whole tech and stuff is, I feel like should be up to the drivers to make sure that the folks they run with are trying to stay inside the rules. And then if something does happen, a protest, and that everybody with their car wants to get mad at somebody, then they're only mad at the one person that protested them. You know, they don't take it out on the track and every other SOB that they race with. You know, I think that would avoid a lot of backlash to tracks, but you know.
It's always seemed like there at Halifax, there's always been something that's, you know.
Well, it's a rough crowd down here, okay?
Well, I'm not going to say it's a rough crowd down there, but I mean, it's always, you know, Buddy Isles Sr., when he was down there running the racetrack, he always had some issues going on. And then you get him, Michael Wells in there. And I thought Michael really put a lot of effort into it. And, you know, I hate to see it for guys like you and all that like racing down there.
Wait a minute, who's Little Pig? What's Little Pig? Somebody posted a Little Pig.
It's my nickname.
That's your nickname. Where did that come from?
I wish I'd have known that ahead of time.
Wait, we gotta stop. Where did Little Pig come from?
So when I was a child, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, I had a piglet from Winnie the Pooh, and I was obsessed with Piglet. Started out as Piglet. Then when I got older, you know, I kind of grew out of Piglet, so they called me Little Pig or Pig. But I got 2 daughters now. One's 9. She slept with the same Piglet, and now my 4-year-old has it.
So you can go get it if you need it. I mean, you know.
Also, if I get to missing it in the middle of the night, I'll just
So what is your 2000? We done lost your volume.
We got you.
Got it?
Yeah, it goes back and forth. So what is your plans for 2024?
So I run that station wagon in 21, and then I built a brand new Monte Carlo in 22. I had a real bad year in 22. It was not good. I mean, I had some top 5s, but the car out the box brand new was fast. I think I just kept getting involved in stupid stuff. I was still learning as a driver, which I think was a lot of it. I think the car was a lot faster. I just drove it most of the time. So I come out with 2023 with just trying to keep everything in line. Won 3 races this year, won the points championship again this year. But I kind of got to where I want to step away from the stock stuff. I'm looking to sell my cars now, and I'm planning to run open wheel modified next year if I can get sold. But I ain't had nobody really interested yet, so we'll see.
Now, Colby, you know, I tried to get Colby to come on the show. I can't get him on here.
He's a guy fella.
Do you race against him?
No, he runs limited late models. That's what he started out in. Like I said, I think he might have run 5 or 6 races since he started. The way I know Colby is we both work on logging equipment, for which he owns his own business now. I still work for a dealership, but so we met through our work in the industry we work in. So,
you know, the thing about with Colby is Colby's dad used to race at Southampton when I was racing there.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows me really good.
Now is this dirt?
Yeah, this was dirt.
Yeah, it was when it was dirt.
And
so
when Colby called me, but you know, after you and I were talking back and forth, and you finally got him. I think you finally talked him into calling me.
Yeah.
And he did call me. Well, his dad's name came up on it. He must have been using his dad's phone or something because his dad's name came up on it. And I'm thinking, what the world is he calling me for? I hadn't talked to him in years.
Right.
And then it was Colby. And then come Saturday, this past Saturday at Southampton Speedway, Colby's uncle was out there turning laps in his car that he raced down at Halifax. I don't know if you know him, Howard Bradshaw. It's Colby's uncle.
Okay.
He was out there turning laps out there. I said, this is really funny, but I can't get Colby to come on the show. So I said, dang, this is, you know.
He likes it, but not that much.
Yeah. He did call you. It's about all you got there.
Yeah, I see that.
You should have recorded it.
Well, I should have. But he said, I really don't know about being on the show. I said, well, I tried everything to do. I said, I got Bradley to talk to you and everything. Try to get you on the show. I mean, you're from right here in the same neck of the woods.
Right.
Where I'm from. So it'd really be cool to get you on. I'm not gonna give up on him. I'm gonna get him on here one way or the other.
He's like a little teenage girl. He don't give up.
When you get him up there, ask him about driving my car one night. Ask him how he done. I let him run my car the last race at Halifax. I had one race on it, and I swear he tried to destroy it.
I had to write that down. I got to remember that.
I really won't. He done good. He done exactly what I told him to do. I didn't care what the car looked like when he come back. Just be aggressive, you know. He just had some folks that I think had a target on him, and they just beat the car to death, you know. But I don't know. I've seemed like I've had that problem. My daddy want the nicest guy in the world to race with, and I think I'm stuck carrying his number and name around. And
who was your dad? Who was your dad?
Tony Majors.
Oh, okay. He raced at Halifax too.
Yes. Yep.
Back in the days when it was Brinkleyville or whatever you called it.
Larry's, stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay. I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah. So, my mom always says I got to live his name down. So I'm at a disadvantage as soon as I come on the track. So
now, does he help you with racing now?
Oh yeah, 100%. He my cars are in his shop. I would say we're in it together, you know. So I still got that, which it was a wagon, which is now a super street car. And then I got the Monte Carlo, which is a stock V8 car. And I mean, all the setup stuff's all him. You know, I when he was racing, I was too young to get a hold of any of that information. Then, you know, like I said, he helps me a lot every night I'm out there. He's out there helping. And I got Eddie Woodruff. I don't know if you know Eddie.
Yep, I know Eddie too.
Eddie. Eddie's been helping a lot on it. He's helped me out with my engines past couple years a lot. So, you know, it's been good.
And I tell you what, some of those names you just mentioned there, Eddie Woodruff and Tony, I mean, you know, those are names from back when I was used to hang around down in Brinkleyville and everything. I mean, that was a while back.
Right. Yeah.
I used to go down there, and I know you know this name. I'm sure you hopefully you know it. Spec Edwards.
Yeah. 80.
I used to go down with Spec and Vic Story when he was racing down there. So.
And I think I saw something. I think it was a picture with you and Joe Huss. Is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I think Joe Huss was my daddy's hero when he first started out racing. My dad's original number was 33.
Yeah.
We still got hanging in the shop. You know, when he was running, I think it was like Hobby Stock or Poor Boy or something. Yeah.
I think Joe Huss was everybody's guy. You know, yeah. I mean, heck, even when he got older, we had him on the show a few years ago before he passed away, and Joe's 85 years old, and he's got a 35-year-old wife with 2 kids.
I know, right? My kids, you know. But yeah, you know, Joe, same town as us, so you know, I grew up a lot.
Joe back when I was, I guess, 9, 10, 11 years old. Him and Speck and them were running at the old, I don't know what, Chantilly, I think is what the name of the place was.
Yeah.
And I used to go out there all the time and see them. And Joe became my hero. I mean, I always liked Joe. And then later in life, when, you know, Joe and I got to where we talked a lot and talked text back and forth and did Facebook stuff. I even went down and ate dinner with him one time. So, I mean, he was a hero in your neck of the woods.
Right. Yeah. He done a lot. You know, I know they have that Joe Huss Memorial race every year at Halifax, which with it being sold now, I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I'm hoping one year somebody gets his car out. You know, his old late model's still sitting in the shop at his wife's house.
Yep.
And hopefully somebody will get it out and bring it out there and let it pace the field of late models, you know.
That would be cool. Yeah. That would be cool to do. I think it would be great.
I think they've had 2 memorial races for him. And
Mhm.
Car's still sitting there. They ain't got no nose or nothing on it, but I think everything's there to throw it together enough to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I had talked to his wife one time, and I think that everything is there that would be able to get the car out there. You wouldn't have to do a whole lot to it to get it out there, just to pace the field with.
Yeah.
So. Well, Bradley, we appreciate you being with us.
Little pig.
Little pig. I'm sorry, little pig.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it put on my car now.
There you go.
A lot of the old guys growing up that hung around my daddy, and all of them know me as Pig. So it's common. I'll be somewhere in public and I'll hear Pig, and I know who it is. So.
Well, look, some Tuesday night in the future, I'd like to get you and your dad on here at the same time.
Okay, I might can talk him into that.
Because I remember back in the days when he was racing out there and everything. So I'd like to get him on here too. That would be fun.
Did you ever get to race against your dad?
Yeah, funny story actually. One time, do you know Tony Tudor?
Nah, I think I've heard the name, but I don't remember.
They had an orange. It was either 70. I think it was 75 at one time and 25 another time. They were out of Brink, Virginia, around Emporia. Anyway, he's raced with Speck and Joe and all them. His grandson is a buddy of mine, and my daddy helps him on his car also. Well, it was 2001. That's when I was running the station wagon. He drove Tony Tudor's grandson's car, and I drove the station wagon because he had all this crap he talked about how he was going to do this and that. Well, out there, and I just walk away from him. It was just they put on a little race just for us. I had to sit there and wait for him in the corner to catch up.
That had to be so much fun.
Yeah, I give him a hard time about it all the time. He said the car was running out of gas, but hey, I make sure my car's full of gas before I go race.
I was going to ask you, would you rough him up if you had to pass him to win?
Oh, I know he would rough me up. He would destroy my car. I know he would. I would. So yeah, I would rough him up.
Well, Bradley, we appreciate you being with us tonight, man. And next time I talk to you, let's get your dad involved in it too one time and talk with him, because I know he's probably got some good stories to talk about Brinkleyville and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hour show for him though.
Oh, we can do that now. Don't worry, we can do that.
I understand. Yep.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again real soon. I'll be in touch with you again soon.
All right. Good to see y'all.
All right,
buddy.
man. Good to you. Talk to you.
Little pig.
Little pig. Pig, little pig.
Well, you want to do the news, being we hadn't done the news?
Yeah, let's do the news real quick since we haven't had a chance to do it. In the Cup Series this past weekend, out of wherever, right, with Homestead, down there. Anyway, Christopher Bell got the win in the Cup Series.
And that's kind of changed the dynamic of this four going in this weekend. That will probably be Saturday. Sunday. Be interesting. You got two guys that are kind of outside looking in that run really well at Martinsville. It's going to be a nail biter of who's going to Phoenix with a chance and who's not.
Yep, that's exactly right. I don't think it's
so. I think Sunday's race is going to be very exciting.
In the Xfinity race, Sam Mayer got another win. So he's locked in for the championship race. And in the Truck Series, Carson Hocevar got in, and he's in the Final Four for the truck race.
He has really
he's maximized
his opportunities.
Yeah,
he really has. That's a pretty good team that he's driving for, and it's funny if you listen to the Dale Jr. download. It's funny, they interviewed him one time. He was talking about he had went over to juniors one time, and the first thing Dale said to him is, "When you gonna quit tearing up shit? When you gonna quit tearing up cars?" He was like, "What? What do you mean, man?" But he has an aggressiveness, which I like, right? Car owners probably don't like it. I think we're in the entertainment business, and I think it's good for entertainment. I don't think he's that rough, but he definitely is aggressive. I'm excited to see what he does in the Cup car next year. He had a couple of good runs. So I think he's, with Legacy Motorsports, I think he's running the last two races.
The last two races he's running for Legacy. They brought John Hunter in last week to run, but he's going to be spending his time now working for the championship in the truck. I mean, in the Xfinity. So I mean, that's his plan anyway.
Yeah, and we got to give shout out to our buddy Rajay Carew. I know he's at Legacy now, which is going over to Toyota. He has a deal with Chevrolet. So it's curious of what's going to happen. He's got nothing signed. There's some opportunities, but I think some of it's requiring some money.
And he's going to drive the Hendrick car at Phoenix. So I mean, that's going to be a big deal for him. That's another opportunity for him.
that he needs to make the best out of. And I know it was kind of funny because as soon as they had his die cast, he went and bought one, stood in line, and got one of his own die casts, which is pretty cool.
In the Cards Tour, they were at Tri-County Speedway this past weekend.
Who won?
Brendan Butterbean Queen won the late model
clinic on.
Yep. Mason Diaz was second. Landon Huffman was third. Deke McCaskill is fourth. And Stephen Nassik, one of his first runs in the Cars Tour. I think he's maybe run a few more. I don't know.
I think so.
Anyway, he finished fifth. In the Pro Late Models, Caden Quapple got spun, but came back and got his win. Chase Berta, it was second. Brandon Setzer was third.
That girl gave him a run for the money.
Katie Hettinger, yeah.
I mean, Quapple was so overdriving. I mean, he was trying all he could do to try to get by her, and he couldn't do it. And oh no, was it him? No, it wasn't Quapple. Who did she clean out?
Well, she spun with Quapple one time.
Right. Okay. And when we come back through the field, I think she cleaned him out. A few laps later, which I don't blame her. Like, he could have I don't think he had to win the race, right? I'm going to say he was being aggressive. I think he was just way over driving the car. He couldn't get by her. Of course, I think Tri-County is kind of like a Orange County or South Boston. The preferred line is kind of middle to up. And when you try to run that bottom to get by somebody, you got to be a lot faster than them to get by them. And if they're close, it's going to be real hard unless you can kind of somehow get on the outside of them, getting in the corner, which is hard to do.
So that was
kind of like a Darlington in a way, but not quite.
Yeah, that was a good race. And then the fight broke out, and
woo!
It was a big fight down there.
Yeah, I think today some people got suspended.
A whole bunch of people got suspended today. But I thought, the one thing I did see, and I saw that today, I think Amy Music put it on there about the dad of the girl. He got a little upset with her because of the way she was driving, and he told her to get out of the car because he didn't bring her up to drive like she was driving. But that's two sides to every story, and so.
Well, I mean, look. She had that race, right? I don't think any of them were fast enough to get by her.
No.
Has she won
No.
So, I mean, I would be upset too. I mean, I would be mad. Did it warrant cleaning him out? That's a tough question. I can't say I totally blame her. I don't know if well, she didn't stuff him in the wall.
No.
I think what was coming along, I had a lot of thought on what's her name running the truck series, and she's kind of fizzled. She hasn't done as well as what we're accustomed to. But when you run in these lower series than the truck series, ARCA, it's about how much money you got. I mean, it truly is in the equipment. You can be an okay driver and getting some really good equipment, and you got all the trick stuff compared to what a lot of these other guys have, and you can win races. But it's a whole nother level when you get into the truck series, and it's a whole nother money level to get to the front of that truck series, and then the Xfinity and truck series or Cup series per se.
All right, don't forget our sponsorship. I say sponsorship giveaway. It's not like that. It's
contest
to $1,500 to two drivers, and then a
custom fire suit, man.
Fire suit from Black Acid. And then J.C. Hayden has come on board. As this is Robbie Morris. They're going to give him some shirts and hats and stuff for the team. So I think that's really cool that that's going to happen. And so please
submit your stuff. We got some people that submitted their stuff. We're really excited about this. This is our first year at this. We're going to announce this. More than likely, this is going to come next year. It's going to be better. So
this is
so excited about it.
We want to keep doing it, and maybe we can get a little bit bigger each year, and that'd be really great to do too. All right, Langley Speedway announced this week that they're having division meetings. Each division will have a date to come to Angelo's Steakhouse, 755 J. Clyde Morris and Newport News, to have a meeting about their class. I think they're going to go over some rules and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, well, I think every year that, things can be fine-tuned in your class. And I think it's important for you to come give your input, right? You can't not go to these meetings and then complain about it first of the year.
That's right. And because
and I did see somebody post, how come there isn't anything for like the legends and bandos? And I think the reason of that is that's a whole nother that's 600 racing. That's
Onyx.
That's Onyx. Well, it used to be 600, now it's Onyx or whatever you want to call them today. That's their program, and Langley Speedway just abides by their rules. So I don't know what you could discuss in my view or my opinion.
Yeah.
And I could be completely wrong. There might be some things, but that's an Onyx thing. And I believe that's the reason why. And I don't know anything from her, anybody else. I'm just giving you my opinion, essentially.
All right, the modifieds will be November 9th. The Grand Stocks, November 15th. The Super Streets will be November 21st. The Super Trucks, November 30th. The Pro 6, December 6th. The UCARs, December 12th. The Enduros, December 13th. So those meetings will start at 6 p.m. They'll have a 6:45 meet and greet, and then hopefully, from what they said, and from what I was told, hopefully they'll be out of there around 8 o'clock. So it won't be a whole night to there. This coming weekend, the Beluzzo Memorial Race on Saturday. Please come out and be here for that. It's going to be a big deal.
Support the racetrack.
And last week we had the people from the Beluzzo Memorial here with us. Dave Oshman and Alyssa Beluzzo, and our race director Shane Laws was here with us last week. We got all the rules and all the things that are going to be going on for next week. We got all that. Gave away some tickets. But this week, the challenge, the Beluzzo Challenge.
Who's got the cojones to accept it? That's what I want to know.
The challenge will be offered to the front row. And money for the challenge is going to be accepted to it'll be accepted all the way up to 5 p.m. Friday. Okay, so they're going to accept now. I don't know what's going to happen the day of the race. A lot of people start throwing money out the day of the race.
Mm-hmm.
But Dave and them said that, it kind of creates a little bit of problem when all that gets started.
Okay.
They said the drivers were in the car for like 45 minutes waiting to get started, and they were still throwing money around, and they were still
So essentially they're putting a cutoff on it.
They're putting a cutoff on it to get it done. So if you want to donate, reach out to Terry Beluzzo here at the racetrack, or give her a call at 757-865-RACE.
Donate for the
challenge.
Okay.
Donate for the challenge. To get in touch.
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody since Sean really be able to come through the field like Sean did. I mean, it was really pretty remarkable how Sean could go to the rear and come through the field. And I too think, and they said this about Earnhardt, right? Earnhardt go to the rear, he could come back to the front, right? And I don't remember who it was that set up in the meeting. It's like, we got to quit letting him go. And I think some people did. They'd say, oh, here comes Sean, just might as well let him go, which I probably would do the same thing, right? Because all you're going to do is make him mad. And then when you finally do get to the front of the race room, he's not going to be as nice to you as he would have been. So it's a double-edged sword. But man, I don't know anybody that can come back through the field like Sean did. I mean, it just, of course, I guess when you're a whole lot faster than everybody else,
that helps.
yeah, you can do it. I got to agree with Carson here. Carson says, as he should never acceptable right rear someone into the fence. I don't know if that's what Katie Heckinger did. I didn't see that part of it. I just seen the highlight reel. And I would totally agree, because I think when you right rear somebody, when you turn them in the right, when you turn left on somebody in the right rear, you're putting them that's a dangerous. And I don't, and we've all lost our cool. I mean, I've done it. I mean, I've done some stupid stuff, but I do agree with you, Carson. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would never think that. That's way beyond what I was thinking.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. But somebody's got to be that guy, right? Unfortunately, I have been that guy a few times, but I don't think in any racing class at any time is it okay to get on somebody's right rear and turn left and turn them into the wall, because that is dangerous, especially you're going to turn the driver's side to hit the wall and somebody can get hurt. And nobody, I don't think anybody, I mean, we all do stupid stuff. I've done it. You don't and think about in that moment, you don't think about somebody getting hurt, but it can happen. I mean, look at Dave Millard. He has been changed for the rest of his life, and has changed his family. And not that I'm blaming anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when you get knocked into the wall, things happen, and especially as guys you're getting at an older age, that we don't recover, and those things are much tougher on us, especially head injuries, as we've learned with Dave and some of the science that. I think I can share that the doctors had said that if Dave was 10 years younger, he would still be here and not have a problem. And it's just, unfortunately for him, he was the one that found out, right? So I don't ever think turning somebody in the right rear is acceptable, period. I don't care what the excuse is.
All right. Well, that's our show for tonight. I want to thank Woody Howard and Tim Brown for being here after a year or two trying to get him on the show.
I started to put him on the spot. Are we going to go ahead and announce that we're going to go ahead for next
year? I was
year?
going to do that too, and I thought about it. I said, well, we'll back off here because he's got something else going on here.
Right.
So I'm going to wait on that one. But anyway, also want to thank Tyler Borden for coming out and being with us tonight.
Yeah, how exciting to win your first race. 5 years of racing, and win your first race.
That's a big deal.
Absolutely.
And then we're really happy that we had Little Pig on here. Bradley Majors.
I wonder where Big Pig is.
I ain't going to go there.
Or Boss Hog. I wonder where he's related to Boss Hog, too.
Well, there used to be a race car driver named Boss Hog. And, I ain't going to. Anyway. That's our show for tonight. Next week, I know we're going to have Eric Inhart. I think is his last name. He's with the Stocks for Tots program down in Mooresville. He lives in Texas, but he's part of the Stocks for Tots thing, and he's going to be doing it here. But we're going to hopefully have him on next week. So that's all I got for right now.
Yeah, I did see somebody post earlier about Day of Destruction. I don't know much about it. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
It's always generally a good show. I've never been out here on a Day of Destruction. No, I take that back. I did come out, but I didn't want to hear all day. I just came to tow some stuff back. But Day of Destruction is, it's a big event.
Well, I saw the video.
Poor Mason won a race in Day of Destruction, and he didn't get driver of the week. Last
poor
year.
Mason. Poor Mason. Yeah,
year before last.
Poor Mason. I'm sorry. Anyway. All right. Well, that's our show for tonight. Please like and share our show. Please remember the sponsorship thing contest we got going on to get $1,500 for 2 drivers.
Payable to announcement, and we'll give you a check on a banquet night.
Banquet night, yes. We're going to make the announcement on banquet night.
I had to reboot for a minute.
So anyway, thanks for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next week.